Two soldiers that walked across there, and then another truck of soldiers that went there. And we're just on our way into the center city there. And there's soldiers there. See, a lot of these windows up here have been ripped out.
Ok, tchau.
Oh.
Como assim? Entrar dentro já, toda a água já dentro. Ficamos já assim, pessoas começaram a fugir, mas como eu mesmo na minha casa, eu teve coragem mesmo.
You come to a place like this, but I think this barbed wire fence says a lot. Where do you sleep? Oh, underneath there. Oh, you got the mosquito net there. Somebody like me, I've never lost everything. Can you walk me through what it's like to lose everything and have to start again in life? Here's the bathroom here behind this house. You married?
Yeah, I'm married. Two wives.
Two wives?
Two wives. You got two wives.
Is that normal here to have two wives? Did you lose anybody you know?
Meu irmão Bernardo perdeu meu irmão Nuno, perdeu meu tio.
Mozambique, the only country in the world with a fully automatic weapon on its flag. Natural beauty, massive gas reserves, rich culture and history. A country which has recently faced insurgencies.
The insurgency in Mozambique began in 2017. 700,000 have been displaced.
This was an assault to send a message to the Mozambique government that it's far from over.
Major corruption.
Sitting in court as he's handed a 12-year jail sentence, the son of Mozambique's former president was among 11 people found guilty in a corruption case. It involved state-owned companies illicitly borrowing hundreds of millions of dollars from international banks, but the cash disappeared, and of using a $33 million bribe to buy luxury cars and a mansion in South Africa. The scam had plunged thousands of people into poverty across the country.
Hurricanes.
It's one of the most powerful tropical storms ever recorded in the southern hemisphere.
And left a trail of destruction.
Humanitarian crisis in Mozambique.
Forced out of their homes into flooded roads and pounded by torrential winds and rain.
Let's travel this country, meet the people and hear what they have to say about the current state of Mozambique.
The Mozambican government wants the world to see this.
We are fighting terrorism.
In southern Africa, Mozambique is condemning.
Selling or drinking?
Defeat ISIS in Mozambique.
Since the war started.
With ISIS-linked fighters.
Welcome back to Maputo, capital city of Mozambique. Just on the way to the airport, about to fly up to the northernmost province of Mozambique, Cabo Delgado, which is actually the area where insurgencies have taken place in recent history, and there's been some absolutely atrocious events take place, terrorist attacks.
The northern Mozambique town of Palma was in the midst of an insurgent rampage. Fires burned across the town as insurgent rebels sacked military installations, banks and shops. The Mozambican army was overwhelmed, attacked from inside the town that had been infiltrated for days. Terrified civilians ran for cover in any compound they could find. The people praying for rescue fashioned messages on the ground. And that message was simple.
Adrian Nell was in Mozambique building an accommodation block with his father and younger brother, but he was killed on Friday as they tried to make their escape from a hotel under attack.
We're going to a city, Pemba, the region where a lot of people have fled from the violence to go to, so we're going to see what the scene is like there. Bom dia. Obrigado. On the UK government travel advice website, the province that we're flying to, Cabo Delgado, is advised against all but essential travel. Parts of it are considered completely off limits. So the UK government essentially says do not travel to this region.
Porque outros sítios já foram evacuados.
Okay, so we've arrived in Pemba, about a 2-hour flight from Maputo there. very expensive flights, like some of the most expensive flights I've seen in the world. It's related to corruption apparently. We're gonna go down, we're gonna go to the slum area where people have fled from ISIS and things, have committed atrocities. It's very strict around here. We're gonna have to be quite careful with the camera because it's a very sensitive area. Hola, bom dia. Okay, so we've just arrived in Pakit slum. This is one of the biggest slums in Pemba here. Strong military presence here. We got pulled over by the police and documents checked and everything. So kind of a sign of the situation, but this is a really beautiful area here. Lots of fishermen and things and, you know, kids playing football. So you can see behind me there's a mosque here, and that's because up here in the north it's majority Muslim. Down in the south in Maputo and those areas it's majority Christian. So that's one of the main differences up here in the north.
My house here.
Your house?
Yeah.
Okay.
My house and live there. There is living my uncle.
Inside?
Yeah.
How long have you lived here for?
2 anos.
Since the war started?
Yeah. My uncle
Hola.
there. There is my uncle.
Obrigada. A nephew and his uncle who fled from the war. They've been living here on the beach for 2 years. And how do you eat?
Don't have food.
Right.
There's no have food there.
You get quite skinny, eh?
Yeah. Eu vi coisas lá, coisas impossíveis. Mas eu só cheguei de ver uma coisa depois, quando vimos que podíamos sair todos. Saíram todos.
What were you worried might happen to you?
Podia ficar ninguém, porque já dava medo, atacaram outros bairros, então já antes de chegar perto de nós, tínhamos que sair. Se mesmo, como já estavam velhos, já todos estavam anunciados, tinham pessoas a fugir com coisas deles, colchões, o que tinham que tirar, outros já não tinham tempo de tirar, coisas já aconteceram. De repente, não deram aviso, logo já ninguém, outras pessoas saíram sem nada, só pessoas logo já tinham que estar no barco, você deixou roupa, o que aconteceu, ouviram porque avisaram que aí nós daqui a nada vamos estar no terreno.
Have you lost a lot of weight since you came here?
Perdi desde há muito tempo, até que não era assim muito magrinho, sou magrinho. Não tinha roupa, meio estradas já ajudaram-me, roupas.
What did you used to do for a job? Fisherman.
Fishman.
Okay.
Conseguíamos vender para já outras pessoas e conseguíamos ter já de volta de dinheiro, comprar arroz, comprar farinha para comer. E as coisas lá eram muito fáceis, né? Já do que aqui, porque aqui precisa ter dinheiro. Tem que comer dinheiro toda hora. Você aqui se não tem dinheiro não come.
Obrigado. Cheers, brother. Good luck. That man that we interviewed just then was called Abdul. He just came up to me and kind of introduced himself. Obviously he fled from the war and he told me a bit more in detail afterwards, and his parents, he was telling me, was killed by Al-Shabaab, which is the terrorist group, because they stayed in the village and they didn't flee. He fled and he went back and yeah. Intense as he started tearing up then, just when I was talking to him. Okay, so I've met a local man here, Abdallah. Nice to meet you. How is life?
Good life, no problem.
You married?
Yeah, I'm married. 2 wives.
2 wives?
2 wives. You got 2 wives.
Is that normal here to have 2 wives?
2 wives and a son and a daughter.
2 wives, a son and a daughter?
Yes.
Busy man, eh?
Busy man, me.
Yeah.
Me fucking captain.
Right.
For boat.
Oh, you're a boat captain?
É normal ter mais de uma esposa aqui?
É normal.
Yeah, it's normal.
Do some people have more than 2?
É sim. Tem 3.
Some with 3, some with 4.
So are you going to get some more?
No. Ah, small money is not money. A economia é muito difícil porque outras pessoas já fugiram dali de guerra, só de lá fugir de guerra.
And what kind of things did you see in the war?
É, para nem estou falando, nem contar não dá.
Mas pode contar,
Não contar não dá. Nós fugimos muito guerra, fugir ir nas ilhas, ir vir aí mesmo, na Jarancá também. Dormimos, costumava dormir no mato 5 dias, 6 dias, outras pessoas morreram no mato, fome.
What were you running from exactly?
Não se entende nada, só o nome chama Ser Shabab, esse senhor. Mas eram casas, matar pessoas, muitas pessoas, mas foi morto. Muitas pessoas, mas queimar casa, tudo. Não sei se quando te apanhar assim, te cortar. Muita guerra aí, muita aldeia já não está só.
60 villages were raided like that.
Do you think you'll be able to go back home?
I don't know, because o problema é ainda nos mandaram esses para ir em casa, mas outra pessoa não tem maneira, já foram.
So you have to get permission from the government to go back to your own house?
Ainda não mandaram o governo para voltar em casa. Só disse que a guerra ainda não acabou, o governo.
Terrorists are saying that they're doing it in the name of their religion, but you being a Muslim man, what do you think of that?
Mas esses não são muçulmanos, só disse que quando vem aqui, disse que nós não somos muçulmanos, nós queremos orientar pessoas para rezar, ser muçulmanos, não sei o que, mas não são muçulmanos nada, são mentirosos.
Just along this beach, people have come and settled from the north and they're just living in front of the pre-existing slum, and then they set up these little shacks on the beach here and that's where they sleep. What we've heard is that the safety is increasing and the security is increasing in the north. Some areas are still restricted, so it's quite sad, but hopefully things are going to get more secure up there. So we've come into the city and we've come to this really nice beach club. You can see they've got like cabanas. There's Edmilson. We've also met up with Edmilson's friend. Interesting though, here's the beach and there's a barbed wire fence here. Something interesting happened just after we did that last interview. This guy came out of nowhere and started kind of saying that we need authorization to film. So we kind of just said, oh, like, we'll get out of there, but he really did not look happy. Have to be really careful here talking about the current issues. The powers that be really do not like it being covered per se, so have to be really careful with what I say and how I cover it and have to keep certain things hush-hush. But you can see here it's quite interesting considering where we've just been. Abdul sleeping on the beach there and, you know, fleeing from horrors, and then you come down the coast a little bit and you come to a place like this, but I think this barbed wire fence says a lot. Anyway, we're going to enjoy a meal here and I'll show you, you know, kind of the extreme contrast in the classes here.
Yeah, muito nice. Sempre beautiful.